What up, everybody? It's your boy Illidan, back at it again. One of the coolest things I was doing with this game is catching moss with a net and putting them into the flower bed. And then they become a silkworm. You put the silkworm inside this basket. And I was trying to figure out, how does the silkworm has to have mulberry leaves in order to become a cocoon. You take the cocoon and you put it in the loom. Once you put the thing in the loom, once you put the cocoon in the loom, you get silk. And then once you get silk, you can actually craft that with cloth and make it into silk cloth. You can use that for, guessing, high-grade crafting. There's got to be something you can do with it. I don't know right off the top of my head, but there's definitely something you can do with it. With the silk cloth. And then also in my silk room, which is like my favorite room in the base. This is your high tier health crafting. Treasure pill. Give you 32 points of health. And your wound medicine, which is easier to craft, but well, dependent. I mean, it just depends what you focus on. Whether you focus on low quality or common. It's all based on the crop that you grow. And I would recommend it highly for anybody. Early game, invest in medicine. It's so much XP, and it's such easy XP, especially doing something like bone meal. Crafting bone meal early game is so big for your character. Like, even if you don't really need it, like, it's just something for your character to do. And for the most part, you want to go ahead and go past bone tools and stuff and go into copper, like, as soon as possible. Just go ahead and go to copper and bronze tools as fast as possible. And have a surplus of bones anyway. So I use them, like, especially early game. I was just crafting bone meal and different medicines and bandages. Bandages is in medicine too. It's really easy to craft. Especially if you just keep a stone hoe going, chopping all the grass in sight. You'll have more than enough flax and stuff to work with, making linen. But yeah, that was really, it's just kind of interesting to me, that whole concept. But yeah, you go around to like different grassy areas and you'll see these moss. They look just like that, floating around on the plants. And just smack them with the fishing net or the sweeping net, and it's kind of bulky, but I mean, it is what it is. Just smack it just like that, and you get the thing. Yeah, I went around for a while collecting a bunch of moss, just one good time, and I sold a good bit of silk. I don't know if it's worth it to sell it though. I think I'm just gonna end up using it. It's not that hard to make money in this game. Also, if you keep upgrading your guild, you can get it to where your people can sell more, and if you get mines going, you'll have more than enough resources and stuff. We've just been selling sand. Have a ton of it anyway, and you don't really use it for that many things. And even when you do use it for stuff, you don't use that much of it. So I think sand is probably the easiest thing to sell and make money off of. So I'd recommend that, selling sand. But yeah, tons of ways. Over here, we got the kiln, little setup, a tannery, basic tannery, basic carpenter's bench. Thinking we're gonna do the advanced of those at the quarry base. That's still under construction, so I'm not even gonna bother doing that right now. That video. Get the guild shop over here. That's the guild shop. Sorry, there's the guild shop, and that's the market. Got all our animals set up: rabbits and foxes, boars, wolves, deers. Working on that. I got a bunch of food built up right now to feed a rhino, so I can keep it alive with all this broccoli. But to like actually chain it, I'm gonna need a lot more of this fine dry fodder. So that's gonna take a while to build up. I don't know exactly how much. And whenever I do, I'm definitely going to be recording that. I promise. Guarantee that. Guarantee it. Guarantee the base coming along nicely. Got the whole cooking section over here. Food boxes. That's a huge help. It's just go ahead whenever you get a farm and mass produce right then and there. That way you won't have to do it continuously. You'll just do it one big session. You just know it's going like, cause in the box it will last. Like for instance, this decays in. Okay, so this one decays in 1 day, 23 hours, 9 minutes, and 32 seconds. This one, even at the bar that it is, like how little of a bar that is, it's still got 3 hours in there. And 1 unit will decay from whichever stack. So, like, food for days. Keeps all your stuff good, even the crickets. They'll be good. Crickets are good food, especially if you just want to keep your mines running, keep your quarries running, keep your lumber yards running, your farms, your wells and shit. All the stuff that you need to keep running. It's really dope to have a surplus of food, so I'd say even keep your crickets and cook them. You don't have to do it just like this, but you just drop a couple campfires, cook them all at once. You bang out whatever you're trying to cook. I tried the pickled meat, but honestly, it's more to make it last even longer. It really doesn't seem necessary, to be honest, even to do the fish. I don't know. It really just doesn't even seem worth it. I've done a couple salt mine raids to build up crude salt, but I don't know. And then also the potions, like other than the damage potion, other than this one, I think. Yeah, other than this one, it's not really worth it. Because that's close to 10% damage, right? So you're looking at 7% damage, what I can do, like right here, right now. And I don't know, maybe if I was rolling in high quality, it would be worth it to craft up, because that's more time that your character's gonna have to be here doing this to get it done. because you gotta craft this first, and this expires. That's another thing I didn't mention. The yeast expires, so you have to craft the yeast, and then craft the yeast into this. And you're looking at more time that you had to watch and sit there. Nah. I mean, if I was gonna do it, I'd have to do it all at one time. I'm not doing it bit by bit. It's just a task. I'm set up to do it, but I haven't done it yet. I don't know when I'll do it. I'll do it eventually. Yeah, this is the advanced weapons bench. Very expensive edition. Very expensive. And you have the advanced armor bench. Another expensive edition. I'm like I know it may sound cliche, but like to build it was so. Yeah, so the advanced weapons bench was 65 black iron ingots, 35 kaolin clay, 40 slabs, 45 thick leather, and 60 resin. Which the slabs and the kaolin clay were no joke, and the black iron were no joke. Now the thick leather and the resin, that wasn't that hard to come by. And then the advanced armor bench was the same in black iron, but it had the fort wall masonry, which is triple smelted bricks. Or not triple, level 3 smelted bricks. So like you're looking at an advanced crafting bricks and crafting ingots. You had to have like high tier group, preferably, to go into the black iron part of the desert with ice in their wagons, and getting the black iron ore, bringing it back to base, smelting it down into an iron ingot. And I'm a boss, so I just kind of came on the map and bought it from the market. And I love it. I love every minute of it. It's a beautiful addition, was the market, and made it possible for John Longtone to retire out at his waterfall oasis and get back to crafting stuff. I'll admit, to get this high of a level in general would make it easier to have people to bounce off of and help you with the ins and outs of everything that needs to be done in group play. But to be able to, like, getting the blueprints was the hard part. Now, using them on the map, the market makes it possible to actually use them on the map. And I did it like a fucking boss. Actually using black iron on the map without having to go and do it all over again. I don't have to go in the desert anymore. Yeah, man. And that moon looks awesome. Yeah, man. This your boy Illidan signing off. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy up. Peace.